Why do the people that you meet or the person you love not want to be with you? It's not because you're broken, it's because you're stuck in what I call the toxic love loop. Whether you're single and struggling to find a partner, or your relationship is falling or has already fallen apart, I've been there. I've lived the full spectrum of heartbreak, from feeling invisible to being cheated on to feeling completely broken. But after 10 plus years of therapy, investing tens of thousands of dollars into coaches, courses, and qualifications, I've cracked the code. Not just for myself, but for others all around the world. People like Larry.
So thank you. I cannot be more thankful for you. I tell this to everyone in my life. They know you better than you, believe it or not. I think everyone in my life knows about Drew.
Brand.
So much love in my life right now, and I can't thank Drew enough. I can't thank this guy enough.
Erdem.
I've talked to shitload of psychologists, relationship coach, psychiatrists. I never thought that this would be this good. This would help me this much. And I'm 3 years old, and I would expect to know more about life. I'm actually thanking you from the bottom of my heart.
Victor, even this first weekend, I was just talking to you and Jaman Chrysler. Like, it's worth everything, and I don't have any regrets, and I'm looking forward to the next few months a lot. So thank you.
And Mark.
I just wanted to thank you. It was really refreshing to just get on my calls with you and see your smile, see that you were genuinely excited to see me and talk to me, and that you were aware of the things that were going on in my life. It didn't feel like I was just another number. I felt like you really got to know me and cared about what was happening in my life, and I really appreciate that.
These aren't just feel-good stories. These are real people who did the work and completely transformed their romantic life. And look, I know it's hard. A lot of the people that come to me have already tried everything they're supposed to do. Reading books on attachment styles or love languages, communication, going to therapy, but mostly just talking in circles without breaking real patterns. For the guys, binge watching videos on how to get your ex back or how to pick up women, or even dropping money on a course, only to end up back in the same place, just more confused. Or maybe hitting the gym, upgrading their style, fixing their appearance, hoping confidence will come from the outside in. For the girls, journaling, meditating, pulling oracle cards, but still getting triggered by the same old stuff. Saying affirmations in the mirror, but still, deep down, feeling unworthy, unlovable, or too much. Now, a lot of these things that you're doing aren't bad, and I include and cover some of these inside my community. However, it's only 20% of the equation. The 80%, that's the part almost no one teaches, which is healing the unresolved traumas that are secretly running your life. Now, I know you might be thinking, I don't have trauma, but trauma isn't always the big obvious stuff. It's not just abuse or neglect. It's anything that left you feeling unloved, unsafe, or unworthy and never got healed. And if that trauma is still running the show, all of the other stuff you're trying to do is just like putting sugar on shit. It doesn't matter how much sugar you put on it, it's still shit. Let me show you some examples of how unresolved trauma plays out in your love life. The first example is the pursuer loop. I chase, over-accommodate, or over-communicate, demand connection to avoid feeling abandoned or unloved. This creates pressure and withdrawal in the people that I meet or my partner, which makes me feel even more abandoned, and therefore I want to do more of the pursuing behavior. This is the loop you get caught in. This can stem, one example, is from emotionally unavailable or inconsistent caregivers or parents. Love was something you had to work for. The conflict avoidant loop. I shut down. I stay quiet to avoid feeling rejected, attacked, or unsafe. This creates unspoken resentment and emotional disconnection, which makes me feel unseen and misunderstood. I then want to do more of the avoiding behavior. An example of where this stems from is conflict in childhood felt scary or led to punishment, so silence became the safest option. The control loop. I try to control people to avoid feeling powerless or betrayed. This creates resentment, and distance, which makes me feel even more out of control, and then I want to do more controlling behaviors. This could stem from a chaotic or unstable childhood home. Control became your only safety. The people-pleasing loop. I see this so often. I put others first. I ignore my own needs to avoid feeling rejected or like a burden. This creates resentment and inner disconnection, which makes me feel unimportant and unseen, and therefore I want to do more of the people-pleasing behaviors to avoid feeling that way. This could stem from being rewarded for being easygoing and being punished for expressing your needs. So the meaning you made was love equals self-sacrifice. And the last two, the shutdown loop. I withdraw or go numb to avoid feeling overwhelmed, ashamed, or not enough. This creates emotional distance and confusion, which makes me feel even more disconnected and hopeless. I then want to do more of the shutting down behavior. Root trauma, too much emotional intensity as a child, criticism, yelling, pressure, taught you to numb out to survive. And last but not least, the validation seeking loop, which is one I have definitely fallen into. I fish for reassurance, or I overshare to avoid feeling unworthy or unlovable. This creates pressure on the people that I meet or my partner, which makes me feel needy and ashamed. I don't want to feel needy and ashamed, so I do more of the validation-seeking behavior. Root trauma, inconsistent love, or only being praised when performing. You learned that love is conditional. And here are some examples of other loops. You can pause the video and read through them if you wish. Now, I want you to imagine if two people are experiencing one of these loops. This is where the toxic love loop kicks in. For example, one person might be experiencing the loop of being the chaser, the anxious one, constantly trying to fix, connect, or get closer. The person that you are with or the people that you meet, they might be the runner, because we attract our opposites in relationships. The runner is the avoidant one who needs space, shuts down, or pulls away when things get intense. Something happens in the relationship, on the date, while you're texting or talking, that triggers the anxious person. Maybe a delayed text, a lack of affection, or an argument. So the anxious person starts pursuing, reaching out more, over-explaining, needing reassurance, putting the other person first, demanding connection, which makes the avoidant person feel overwhelmed, smothered, unsafe, so they pull away, shut down, go silent, which then triggers the anxious person even more, confirming their fear that love will always disappear, so they try harder, they get louder, more emotional, more desperate, and eventually the relationship becomes a battlefield. One person chasing connection, the other running from intensity. Both stuck in loops that feel impossible to escape. This is why most self-help advice doesn't work, because it focuses on changing your behavior, not what is influencing your behavior. If you try to change your actions while carrying unhealed beliefs and emotions and baggage and trauma, you'll always revert back to what is familiar, even if it's toxic. So what can we do about this? The good news is I've spent hours creating a 12-week roadmap to break these toxic cycles so you can finally create the love that you desire. You can do it on your own, or I can walk you through it step by step inside Relationship Mastery. And we also include a reconciliation roadmap for those of you that are wanting to rebuild and reconnect with a partner that might be pulling away or has left you. And we also include a dating roadmap, those of you that are focusing on trying to meet and attract a healthy partner, or if you're trying to heal from a breakup and be able to make sure that you attract the right kind of love and connection that you deserve, we go into all of that too. So if you're ready to do the real work and get real results, there should be a link below this video. Feel free to book in a call if you haven't done so already, and we will create a roadmap for you. We'll identify what's keeping you stuck and show you what you need to do.